guys, today we got a 2018 Maserati Ghibli SQ4. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a oil change and a filter, cabin air filter change and intake filter change. Okay, this is the car. Now we already have the car on jack stands. I put a jack stand in the front and I just have the jack on the other side holding it up. I was gonna put the other jack stand, but it was just too much time. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, guys, let's show you some of the things we had to get. Here are the two intake air filters. This one right here is the cabin air filter. This one right here is the oil filter. It came from Maserati. It's like the whole assembly. Here we have this X-Power 8100 fully synthetic oil. This actually came specifically from Maserati. So like I said, we got a 2018, so we're using fully synthetic 10W60. Okay, and this right here is the OBD2 scanner to turn off the service engine light for the oil needing to be changed. All right guys, so what we're going to start by doing is removing this hose. All you got to do is stick your flathead screwdriver in here, pop it loose, pull it out, set that off to the side. Now back down in here is going to be a clip. You're going to stick your screwdriver, pop that clip loose. Got a clip on the side right here, stick a screwdriver, pop that clip loose, so on and so forth. So that's 1, 2, 3, that's 3 clips. Now once you get the clips loose, you can pull up on it, and you see these 2 tabs right here. There's 2 tabs right here. What you're gonna do is take your flathead, put it up under the bottom, like that, pull up on it, and just pull it off. Alright, so that's the whole top piece cover. This right here is the old filter. See all that dirt in there? We're gonna have to make sure we get all that out. All right, guys, we're just gonna suck all this debris out. Now you wanna make sure if anything falls in there to suck it out of this hole too. Don't let anything get in there. All right, guys, to take this bottom half of the intake off, right here in this corner, it's 2 little, I don't know, like tabs that you squeeze together. And when you squeeze them together, it'll let go of this flange that's right here. So basically, when you push this back in, you got to make sure that it snaps back into this flange. But it's just 2 little levers in here. You just do it like this and hold it down and pull it out. It'll come loose. We're gonna take this oil cap off. We're gonna take it loose just to relieve pressure. So right now it's just loose. And then take this shop towel and we're gonna stick it underneath the oil filter. We're gonna try to catch as much that may come out. Now we're not gonna take this off, we're just gonna break it free. You're gonna need a 27mm socket. And all you're doing is sliding it over this top right here. It's like a little top right here. You're just sliding it over top. All I'm doing is loosening it. I'm not going to take it off. Just to relieve some pressure. All right. That's enough. So if you see right in here, that's the actual oil filter. It looks exactly like this. And it's just slid down in there, and that's that 27mm socket is on this, and you're just taking it loose. All right, guys, so we're up under the car, and we're gonna take off this protection plate. Now, you're gonna take out 4 T30 screws, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already taken these 2 out, and we got 2 more to take out. So I'm gonna take these, make sure it's in reverse. That's 1. That's how the screw's gonna look. That's 2. All right, we got 2 up here. We're gonna have 1 right here. And let's see, 1 right here. All right, then you got some 10mm in the back. You got them. It's one in this hole right here. It's a 10mm in there. That's 1, and then it's 1 on the side over here. That's the other one. And then you got 4 more in the back here. You got, let's see. You got 1 right here. Another one back here. One right here. Another one. Almost done. 1 right here. And make sure that 1 back there. I think that's it. All right, so you pull back on it. Make sure. It's 1 more bolt underneath the front piece. You're gonna have to use a ratchet wrench to get that loose. Or under. There we go. So this is the whole piece right here. And we're gonna slide that back there. Okay. Now, the oil is gonna come out right here. It's on this side. Let me see. All right, guys. So this right here is the bolt for the oil, and it is a 10mm hex bolt. It's one of these. Let's see if it fits in there. Yep, that's it. So we're gonna break that loose, and then we're gonna let the oil out. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and take this plug out. I'm gonna try to go slow, make sure no oil gets on the ground. Alright guys, so we got all the oil out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the drain plug out. A little bit still in there, it's gonna pour out. Throw the old crush washer off. Gonna put the new one on. Put the plug back in. Alright. Got it in there. And I'm going to tighten it down. Alright. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is click this off to 27 foot-pounds. We already got it in there kind of tight. Got it on 27 foot-pounds. Alright. That's it. So that's tight. While we're down here, we're gonna put all this plastic back up under the vehicle. What you do is you're just gonna take this plate right here, slide it up under this. This actually goes up under there like that. Alright, and I'm gonna get one of these 10mm to hold it. All I'm doing is just putting these in there to hold it until I can get my drill. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take out the oil filter. Remember, put like a towel, rag, something, shop towel, something up under to kind of catch some of the oil that's going to come out of it. And then we're just going to turn it. Remember, it's a 27mm. Pull it out. All right, it's a lot coming out. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna tighten it back down just a little bit. Pull out this old towel. Put this one down in there. Catch the rest of it. It would have been better if when I took the drain plug out, I should have took this loose to let the rest of this pour out the actual drain. So that's what happened. But we can still get it done. All right. That's the top. We're gonna pull the whole thing out. This right here is the new one. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it apart. And I'm gonna slide this down in it first. All you do is just slide it in there, pop it in. It's gonna pop. You're gonna take this top, put the top on, screw the top in. You can go ahead and take the rag out. And we're gonna turn this all the way in. before you put the top in, get you a little oil. Put around this ring first. It'll help it slide in a lot easier. Alright, now you go ahead and put this in. And all I'm doing is just turning it back into the hole. Alright, now I got it in there. Put your ratchet on it, the drive. Go around this hose, it's easier. And just tighten it down. I don't know the actual torque specs for this, so what we normally do is hand tight right there. So now that's finished. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and take this cover off right here. It's 3 clips. Take a screwdriver, push it in, pop it off. Same with this one. And then it's one in the back. That's why you need a long screwdriver. Go all the way down, and it's off. Now what we're gonna do, actually, we can just lift this off. Well, it's already off anyway. So we're gonna take it off. Gonna take this out. This is the old one. We need to clean this one out too. Alright, now we're gonna put the new ones in. These are the new ones. We got these from Amazon. You don't have to go to Maserati and get everything. So we got these from Amazon. If you look at it, it's exactly the same. Exactly. So I'm gonna put this one in. It just sits down in there on a ridge. If you look down in here, it's a ridge in here, little circle ridge. You're gonna make sure that that's inside here. Stick it in there. That's it. Then we take the cover, slide the cover back on. Pop it on. Make sure it's still seated. It's all the way on. Push back on it just a little bit. There you go. So that's on. Now you're gonna do is take the clip, push the clip on, one in the back, push it on, one on the side. It's a little harder. You're gonna have to put some force on it, or you just take the screwdriver. There we go. All right, that's one. This is the other one. Put that out to the side. Just stick this right here. So now we're gonna put this bracket back in. And like I said, it goes this way. You're gonna push this down until it snaps. You got 3 holes in here. You got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All 3 of these to go in that hole, and you just snap down on it. So you're gonna put it in there. Get it lined up. So it's all the way in. You want to keep getting it in there until it sits all the way in those 3 grommets in there. So that's in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the new one in. It just sits right over top like that. Put the cover on. Slide it up just a little bit. You got to put it in here and in here. It has to go around these. It won't see properly if it doesn't. So you got to kind of look at it from an angle and slide it in, and then get the top one on too. There you go. And make sure that this is sitting flat. And snap everything back together. All right, so we got it in. Snap this one on. Snap this one on. Then you got one all the way in the back here. It's gonna be hard to get on. You gotta stick your hand back here. Just push up on it. There you go. Now this cable, this hose, it just goes back into this bracket, and you just snap it. All right, so all of that's put back together. This side's put back together. The oil drain plug is torqued off to 27 foot-pounds. The oil filter is hand tightened. Now we got one more thing. Move this plastic out the way. Now it's back here. All you do is push these 2 levers up. Take this off. And then in the inside, it's like a little flap. Pull the flap up like that, and we're gonna pull this one out. Okay, put that to the side. This is the new one. It says airflow. It's pointing to the trunk. That's the way you want it to point. So point the arrows to the trunk, and then slide it in. I know this one right here was upside down, but sometimes it's just wrong. But that's the actual way, because the air is going through it out into the car. So you want to make sure that it's in that way. Then you just snap it down. Put your cover back on. Snap that back down. And that's it for all the air filters. Now we got to do is put the oil in. All right, guys, so we're going to start putting the oil in. This oil came straight from Maserati. A lot of people are using Pennzoil, but this came straight from the dealer. So it's 10W60. It's fully synthetic. This is a 2018 Maserati Ghibli. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour about 7 quarts. We're gonna pour about 7 quarts in. That's how you pull that out. That's weird. I ain't never had one like that before. So you gotta take that off. Then you gotta pull this out too. All right, this is the first quart. Now this right here is 7. All right, what we're gonna do is go ahead and put the top back on. We got 7 quarts of oil in it, and we're gonna get my cousin to start it up. All right, go ahead and start it up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it run for a few seconds, maybe like a 30 count. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn it off. And we're going, all right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and check the dipstick after the 7 quarts. We let it sit for about 5 minutes. All right, you can see it, it's right here. So we gotta get it up to this max line right here. So I'm gonna put 1 more quart in it. All right, so yeah, we got it like it's right here. So we need like a 1/2 quart. After that 1/2 quart, it should be finished. That lets you know right there. So it actually does take 8 quarts and a half. All right. And for those of you who don't know, it tells you quarts over here on the side. So we're gonna pour it all the way to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go all the way to this 20 line right here. All right, we got it right here. Let's check it and see. All right, it's almost there, so we're gonna put a little bit more in there. You want to get it to this dot or somewhere within this word where it says max at. So we're gonna go ahead and put some more in it, just a little bit. You always want to make sure that you write on the right on the money with the oil. You don't want to overfill it. So we got about 10 ounces. It's about 10 fluid ounces in here left. I'm gonna check it again and see if that was enough. Yeah, there it is. So we got it right on the dot. That's it. So technically, you probably could pour the whole 9 in it, because I mean you can go up a little more than that, but we're gonna leave it at the 8 quarts and a half with only about 10 fluid ounces of oil left in this quart right here. And that's it, guys. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is we're going to turn off the service light right here, right there, that wrench. We're gonna turn that off with this tool right here. What you do is you're gonna go to, you plug everything up. You're gonna go to vehicles, you hit enter, then you're gonna go down to oil service reset, and then you're gonna hit enter, and then oil service reset V32.08. You're gonna hit enter. It's gonna load. All right, now you gotta find Maserati. Go down till you get to the M's. Here we go, right here. So we got Maserati. You're gonna hit enter, and then you're gonna look for Ghibli. It's the first one. You're gonna hit enter, and then it's a gasoline. You're gonna hit enter. All right, guys, when you get this information right here, you're just gonna hit enter to skip it or go past it. All right, now at the top it says oil reset. It's already selected, so you're gonna hit enter. And then it says reset successful. And then when you go up here to the top, you don't get the wrench anymore. We're just going through the settings to make sure everything's out. There it is. So the oil's good. Everything's good. So we don't get any warning lights at all.
365 days again.
Oh, right there. See right there where it says days? It says 365 days. So it started over. And that's it. So that's basically saying that that's all. You got a whole nother year before you have to change the oil again or get a service light. All right, this is JOATD, and I'm out. Let y'all see how I look. All right, guys. Shit. Shit. Come here, baby. There you go. Ooh. Damn.